don't know, I'm still sad about it. I don't know how to get past this.
Yeah, you just need to move on. You need to get over it. Like, I mean, it's totally been long enough. Like, just stop it.
Mended Light. When it comes to grief and grieving, do you need to just get over it? Is there a certain point where, okay, you've grieved long enough, you've mourned long enough, and now you're just holding on? What are your thoughts?
Well, I told you.
Well, no, contrary to that terrible opening, what are your real thoughts as a real human being?
As a real human being, grief is real, and we need to talk more about healthy grieving and what that looks like. And there is no timeline associated with it. And for those of us who might lose a child or a partner or a parent, those really, really close relationships, those deep wounds, there is truly no getting over it.
Yeah.
There is learning to live with it.
Right.
And maybe it doesn't cross your mind, every 15 seconds like it did right at first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's only 3 to 5 times a day. But it will never be something you get over. It will be something you learn to live with.
Yeah.
And how to do that in a healthy, loving way, in a way that remembers your loved one.
Yeah, and that honors them. I mean, the fact is, like, pain is the price that we pay to experience love. And we lose the ones we love. That's just part of life. That's just part of the experience. And so grief is universal. And yet especially here in America, we're kind of in this, we like everything quick and efficient, from our fast food to our instant entertainment to, with our dating apps, we want to be matched with the right person right away. Like, we don't have a lot of patience for discomfort. And unfortunately, that carries forward to grief as well. But the fact is, it's not something you can rush. And when people try and rush you through it, it's because they're uncomfortable with it. It's because they don't know how to handle your emotion. And they feel like they're supposed to do something and they don't know what to do. I've actually got a great clip that illustrates this exact thing happening. She has a book for everything. I have a movie for everything. But we can't share books on YouTube like we can share movie clips. Ow, I win. All right, so we're going to do, this is from a very personal movie for me, Rocky Balboa. Rocky has lost his wife, Adrian, to cancer. I saw this the week that my mom died, and then I took my dad to go see it a couple weeks later, and it was very healing for both of us. And Rocky is now thinking of taking up boxing again after being retired for 15 years, and we're going to see why.
Rocco, nobody's giving you no title shot.
I know that. I don't want one.
So this isn't a mental disturbance?
No.
Are you mentally disturbed?
Took down your statue.
No. Not really, no.
If it's about money, just hang a sign around your neck saying, punch me. $5, you'll make big money. What? You haven't peaked yet?
Peaked?
Yeah, peaked.
I don't know. There's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
In here.
Tell me about the stuff.
What about it?
Tell me about the stuff inside. Is it angry?
Angry?
Are you mad because Adrian left you?
She didn't leave, Paul. She died.
Okay. Okay.
You know, sometimes it's hard to breathe. I feel like this beast inside me.
It's okay, Rocco. Please, it's okay.
Is it? Okay. I just never knew it was supposed to be this hard. It wasn't supposed to be like this, Paul, I said, you want to come by and help me train?
I got a job here.
I understand.
Remember you said if you stay one place long enough, you become that place? Rocco, this is all I got.
I understand, boy. I do. Well, if you get time, maybe come down and see me train. I appreciate it.
Of course, Rocco.
What's really beautiful to me about this, and really heartbreaking, It's like, you want to come see me train. Just come be there while I hit punching bags and I lift weights and I jump rope. Like, it's really not that big a deal. But to him, it's everything because it's what he has, right? It's what he knows. And Paulie's uncomfortable with it. In an earlier scene, he tells Rocky, like, you were good to Adrian, you had the good times, so you can remember all this. He's like, I was bad to her, I don't want to think about all this, because Paulie's Adrian's brother. And it's really telling when Rocky opens up and he talks about the beast that he has inside of him and the pain that he carries in the basement. That's Paulie wanted to know, and then he's like, oh, actually, I don't want to know. Like, it's okay, Rocky. It's all right. It's all right. Shut it down. Shut it down. And the reason I chose this scene is because it illustrates what a lot of you are probably going through, which is you lost somebody. For a brief time, everyone's in your corner. Through the funeral, we're here for you, we're praying for you, we love you, we care about you. And then everyone just kind of...
Well, everybody, they go on with their lives, right? Because they care, but it wasn't their daily life that changed. And so 6 months from now, a year from now, it's out of love. They say, hey, it's time to move on. Yeah. And they think they're helping you. Like, they want you to move forward. And Paulie says that to Rocky in an earlier scene. He says, change the channel from yesterday, Rocky. Like, you're stuck in the past. Like, change the channel to today. Focus forward. And Rocky, he can't, because she was everything to him. And here's the thing that we learned when we were preparing a course, Moving Through Grief. We read this book called On Grief and Grieving. Fabulous book. We've got a book club podcast and then virtual book club discussion with our members on our membership site. Mm-hmm. And the course, Moving Through Grief, is also on our membership site. There's a link for that right here in the description to check that out. Oh, when we were reading this book, we learned about you know what you need. Like, there will be people who will try and get you out back into the world. Yeah. And maybe you need a night at home, and they're going to try and push you out of that circle. And you're like, you have to trust that you know what your needs are, that it's okay to take time. Even if others think it's unhealthy, take the time that you need to feel, right? And don't rush into things. And then vulnerably communicate those needs. There was a sweet story of these friends. They were a couple friends, two couples. The husband passed away. They'd been friends for decades. And the other couple kept inviting the wife out and over and things like that. And the wife finally said yes. And then the one couple had to change the date. And that was too much. That was too much for the woman who had lost her spouse. And she said, just forget about it. Let's not do it. I never should have said yes. Yeah. And she wouldn't return the friend's phone calls, and she wouldn't return the text messages. And the other friend was like, I'm so sorry. Like, please don't close me out. Like, what happened? And the woman who had lost her spouse said, like, it's so hard for me. It was so hard for me to accept, your invitation. It's hard to be around friends. And then the date changed, and it was more than I could handle, right? Yeah. And there's so much vulnerable emotions in grief. And the principles of grief apply not only to death, but lots of other losses. Yeah. There's a lot of ways that we experience loss being human. One of the biggest ones is death, but it's not the only one, right? Divorce, breakup, loss of a career, loss of a dream that you had, like all things that we have to mourn. Yeah, and so learning to mourn in a healthy way and having those safe people that we can express those vulnerable emotions with, and taking that risk to express that vulnerable emotion creates connection. And sometimes you take that risk and it doesn't pay off, but all that tells you is not that you did the wrong thing, it's just that the person you took the risk with wasn't ready. Like in the clip we just watched, Rocky opens up to Paulie. Paulie's not ready for it, right? Later in the film, Paulie is, and Rocky's son, like they all kind of come around to it. Marie, this other female character that Rocky forms a platonic friendship with, she's ready from the get-go to be there for him in his grief. We got to find the right people, right? Dr. Greg Bear, in his book Real Love, talks about finding wise men and wise women, people who are ready to see you and accept you and love you for who you are. And so if you risk vulnerability and it doesn't go well, that doesn't mean vulnerability was the wrong course of action. It just means the person you risked it with wasn't in the space for it yet, and you keep moving on. And to the point of, okay, who's always ready? A grief counselor. No, I mean, can grief counseling help? Absolutely. And sometimes you have people who
they need to talk about it, right? They need to open up and they need to feel it. So what do you think that we can do to support people as they are grieving?
Yeah, that's such a great question and a challenging question, right? Because we start to feel nervous. We know how deep their pain, or can imagine how deep their pain is. And what do you say to someone who's unexpectedly lost a parent or a spouse or a child, or even expectedly? Like, recognize that you can't fix it. Like, your job isn't to fix it. You can't fix it. Your job is just to be there and to listen to them and to love them where they're at, right? And don't worry about making their day bad by bringing up the loss of their loved one or whatever their grief circumstance may be.
They're already thinking about it.
They didn't forget. They didn't forget. No worries.
It's not like they were having a great day and then you brought it up and they're like, oh, thanks for that. Like, I promise you, it's already on their mind.
Yeah. And so asking them, how are you doing? You know, was Christmas hard? What can I do for you? Would you like to go out to lunch? Would you like to talk about your loved one, right?
Yeah.
And remembering their loved one with them, sitting in their grief with them, even if it's just silence, right?
Yeah. Well, and you said something so important, which is that it's not your job to fix it, right? You can't fix it. There's a hole that's left by someone who's gone. We don't fix that. We just make sure that people don't suffer alone. And that is comforting and that is beautiful. If you found this video helpful, check out How to Cope with Loss. It's going to pop up here at the end as the next video that you can click on. And what's helped you through your grief? Right? When you have lost somebody, what has been the healing salve for you? Or how have you helped somebody else as they were struggling? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me. As always, you're a rock star. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Remember to keep shining. We need your light.